are covered in clouds, and this storm is coming up from the south. So already D.C. has seen moderate to heavy rainfall, oranges and yellows showing up on the radar, which the line is approaching Philadelphia right now. By the mid-morning hours, we will have rain in the area, so we'll be tracking that during the show here as it comes in. But look how much rain there is to come. All afternoon into this evening, we are looking for rain showers. Up to an inch of rain is possible across the area, and the rain finally leaves the area late tonight, just in time for a fresh start tomorrow. So right now we have 47, temperatures in the low 40s at noon, 39 degrees at 3 o'clock. An easterly wind will continue, and then temperatures will eventually go to the freezing point as we ring in the new year. So coming up in just a few minutes, we'll talk about the temperatures falling just as the ball drops. I'll see you guys in a few minutes for the AccuWeather 7-day forecast.
It's pretty out there.
Beautiful.
It's pretty. Over there.
Problem.
Somewhere else.
And we have something else to deal with.
Yeah, what's going on?
Well, the rain that's coming here, if it were cold enough, we'd have a major winter storm, a blizzard on our hands.
How much? What is it? The ratio is like 1 to 10, right?
Yeah, it's a 10 to 1 ratio, so make 10 inches of snow for 1 inch of rainfall.
Right.
And we're going to get about an inch, inch and a half of rain.
So we...
Yes.
Yeah, that would be more than a
It's
foot.
going to be a really
Nice.
wet Sunday. A soaking rain coming in. Rain will be heavy at times through the afternoon. So if you have plans, if you're going to be traveling, a lot of people, of course, getting home from Christmas or making their way back or trying to get somewhere for New Year's Eve, it's not going to be a good-looking day. Right now, 47 degrees. It's really mild outside. We'll see temperatures falling throughout the day today. And not only falling temperatures, but rain coming down pretty heavy.
Normal high for this time of year is 40. We're going to see 30 through the afternoon, so really not going to follow the rules here of an afternoon high. And then the sunrise time is officially at 7:20 this morning. All right, lows across the area. We do have sub-freezing temperatures in the northern counties, so Sussex, Monticello, Poughkeepsie. Yes, you do have temperatures that are cold enough for snow, but those aren't going to last. Along with this moisture coming up, all the temperatures go to above freezing, so we're not really looking for snow. Now, if there are any freezing surfaces where rain falls, it could create icing or freezing rain. However, it's also going to be coming down very intense, and so that also makes it difficult for the ice to form in some areas. So a lot to pay attention to as we get into the afternoon. Rain will continue right through the evening, up to an inch, inch and a half. Some minor flooding is possible, but that's really for only poor drainage areas. So if you live in an area that's flood prone, you should know that. Arctic air arrives just behind this storm, so the extreme cold that could create snow for this looks like it's on the backside once the moisture is done with us. So rain is now falling in Washington, D.C. The first line of showers is approaching Philadelphia, but there's a lot of water still to come. This coastal storm will continue through the afternoon. It's going to pull in easterly winds, and that's going to intensify the moisture. So call it a Sunday soaker. Temperatures in the low 40s through the afternoon, falling into the 30s, a high of 39 tomorrow. And then behind this storm comes a chilly north wind that'll take our temperatures to the freezing point and below as we ring in the new year. On the Futurecast, we're clouded in. By 10 or 11 o'clock this morning, the first showers will make their way through south central New Jersey. By 1 o'clock, we've got moderate to heavy rainfall across the entire area. And then notice the yellows on the map showing that there'll be a wide spread of intense rainfall. It looks like the heaviest rain could come about 5 or 6 o'clock this afternoon, according to the computer models this morning. We also did a run of the computer models of how quickly the showers move out of here, and by 11 o'clock everything is over with. Once it's all said and done, an inch to an inch and a half of rainfall looks to be likely across the area, and that will cause problems on some of the roadways. Temperatures fall moving in, so the second half of the weekend is not going to look as good as the first did. We'll rate the day on a scale of 1 to 10, and we're on the low end of the scale for sure today. Just a 2. It's not going to be a great looking day. A lot of showers, a soaking rain. Temperatures will be in the low 40s to upper 30s tomorrow. The sun is back, but a big chill in the AccuWeather 7-day forecast. All of those details straight ahead. As good to look as good. Entire area all the way through coastal Connecticut and up north along 95. So a lot to pay attention to with this wet weather headed our way. Temperatures will be in the low 40s, upper 30s through the afternoon. They'll really be falling, and an easterly wind is with us as well. Much more coming up in the AccuWeather 7-day forecast. I'll have all the details for you guys then.
Visibility. Look, it's cold up there. I've got a friend who's a forecaster up in Jay Trobeck, who lives up there in the Dakotas. I don't know if I'd leave my house.
Go, Jay. Right.
Poor Jay. And they have just this extreme weather because it's so cold during the winter, but they also have extremely violent storms there in the northern plains and tornadoes and...
Lovely.
I
was thinking about the people on the wagon trains. I'm like, what did they do?
There's not a lot of people, you know, right? The pioneers.
Right, Laura Ingalls Wilder. I'm telling you,
I tell my kids that all the time. We're walking down the street in New York, our 4 blocks to get somewhere, and I said, the pioneers did this with no shoes.
Yes, they did. And a potato.
That's right.
It's amazing.
It's incredible. We have the luxuries of life.
That's right.
And thankfully, we have umbrellas today because it is going to be a real soaker. Don't forget your rain gear, or else you'll just be a wet mess later as this rain moves in. It's not going to take too long either. And we'll get started. I put the freeze factor up there to linger just a little longer. 2 degrees. Yeah, that's right.
6 to 11 miles an hour. The south-southeasterly winds will continue as the storm comes up the coast. An easterly wind is going to pull a little more moisture in, and it's going to make for a very wet storm is the bottom line. Now, there are a few spots, Monticello, Poughkeepsie, Sparta, that are right around the freezing point. We're expecting those numbers to come up to at least freezing and likely warmer as the storm really gets started. So the rain starts early on. We could see just a little bit of slick areas, just a little bit north and west. I'm not too worried about it. I think as soon as the rain starts to come down, it'll be coming down at such an intensity that we're not going to have problems with ice there north and west. So that's what we're banking on. Here's a look at the moderate to heavy rain just passing Washington, D.C., approaching Philadelphia. A lot of rain still to come, so we're not going to shake these showers until late tonight. Be ready for a long duration of rain. The temperatures will be steady across the area with this rain, so we're not looking for snow to develop on the backside of this. Instead, the cold air will come a little later. Up to 1.5 inches of rainfall, that could create some nuisance or problems with flooding in the streets. So if you live in a flood-prone area, know that that's a possibility. And cold air coming behind the storm once the rain is done. So here's the soaker. It's across the area all day today. Then tomorrow, we get this cold wind coming that brings temperatures from the north, really taking our temperatures into the mid-30s by late tomorrow and then sub-freezing as we get into the holiday. On the Futurecast, the timing of the rain across the area, widespread rain by midday. The rain will continue through the afternoon. It looks like the most intense rainfall could be between 5 and 7 o'clock. Yellows, oranges, and reds showing up here on the Futurecast, indicating a real heavy rainfall before the storm ends and is out of here. The cold air mass that comes in will keep our temperatures about 10 to 15 degrees below the seasonal average right through the middle of the week. Expected rainfall 1 inch to 1.5 inches. So pretty much the entire area could see at least 1 inch of rain, and there will be some pockets that see even more than that. So be ready for it. If
Cold air mass here for the first full week of January 2014. Got me chilly.
Wow.
You're speechless.
I really am.
It's 18 and an 8 takes your breath
Right?
away.
So what's gonna, in Monticello, what's it going to be?
Yes, exactly. Below 0, I'm afraid.
Right? Nice.
Oy, bundle up. Bundle up. Thanks, Amy. Yes. Well, demolition is now underway to make room for a new park and community center
through South Jersey and now moving into parts of southeastern Pennsylvania, we've got the showers and they're headed in our direction. It'll take some time for the entire area to get covered in rain, but any time between now and 10, 11 o'clock, we're going to be seeing rain across New York and then spreading off to the north and east. There's a lot of rain still to come. This is going to be an all afternoon into the early evening rainfall. Up to 1 inch of rain, perhaps even 1.5 inches in some cases, is expected during the day today. So expect the temperatures to be steady with this rain. It's not going to turn into snow. We could get up to 1.5 inches, and cold air will follow the storm itself. So you need to pay attention to the forecast. If you're going to be outdoors today, make sure you have your rain gear with you. Temperatures in the low 40s, falling off into the upper 30s. It's a real soaker. And then this bitter cold air mass coming in behind the storm. So a chilly wind and upper 30s. But even colder air coming in for the big New Year's Eve holiday. Let's time it out here on the Futurecast, and you can see by 9 a.m. there are showers through central New Jersey, and then it comes across the area into New York, and heaviest rainfall looks to be mid to late afternoon into the early evening. So coming up in just a few minutes, we'll have the full forecast, the AccuWeather 7-day outlook, and when we finally shake these showers. I'll have those details in just a few minutes. Kimberly, Michelle?